and welcome to my video tutorial on art. This will be my second session in perspective, and this session will be a lot more fun because there'll be more opportunity to be creative. So, to begin with, you want to draw a straight line, and if you don't quite know how to draw a straight line, we're going to learn that at the same time. So you want to start with a dot and then another dot. And this will take some practice, but you'll get a lot of that practice out during this session as well. And what you want to do is just kind of trace that line like this until you feel confident, and then you're going to swipe across. And your first runs won't be so perfect, but that's okay. We call them practices, so we have license to keep trying. All right. And then this line, we call that the horizon line, and that's all we'll call it for now. I'm just giving some terminology so we don't get confused. Anywhere on this line, I want you to put a point, and I encourage you in future practices, you put that wherever you feel like. So for today, we'll put it right in the middle, or where we think the middle is. All right, you can put it over here, you can put it over here. I'll demonstrate in a moment here. And from anywhere, try and keep it within these 2 points. Anywhere around here, I want you to draw a square. We're going to be drawing lots and lots of squares in these exercises, but you can change it up once you understand what's going on. You can change it from a square to a circle to a triangle to whatever shape you want. You can change it into a square that has other squares coming off of it. But for now, we'll start with the square. And from that square, just like the last exercise, we would before draw a square behind, but this exercise we're going to just draw a straight line. So we trace that line and right onto that point, and then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do this line, this corner to this line, this point, and then we're going to do this point to this corner. Cool. And once you get really confident, you can try and draw it just straight like this. Just like that. Cool. So you're going to do, that's actually just the exercise. Very simple, right? You're going to do about 10 of these squares. And they don't always have to be the same shape. So from here, trace the line. Trace the line. Trace the line first. And then connect the corners. Trace the line. Connect the corners. All right, and you might see something interesting happening here. I'm not going to explain what that is. That is for you. That is for you to discover. That's your fun. And then maybe we'll draw a really big one. A really big one. Big square. That's still a pretty tiny square, but it's bigger compared to the rest. So you're going to join up the point to the corner, point to the corner, point to the corner. Oops, point to the corner. And even if we make a mistake like that, that's fine. We live with those mistakes. And then maybe you don't always have to draw them out in the middle of nowhere. You can draw a square that crosses over with another square if you really know what you're doing. And when you cross them over, make sure you don't get confused of which point is which point. You won't really. And then you're going to draw up the lines. You're going to connect up the lines. Connect up the lines, up to the lines, and connect the lines. All right, and maybe you can see if you can get those lines to overlap with another square without having it touch. So maybe we draw a big, nice square over here. And then we connect those lines, and then so it overlaps with that other one. You don't have to do this at first. If that really confuses you, just place some of the squares off into the distance. Make sure they don't touch with each other, but make sure you also draw this fourth line that intersects with the square. That way you know where it is. And if you can, if you see what's going on, see if you can make some squares look closer to us and some squares look further away. And the real trick to that is making some squares bigger and some squares smaller. And I think you can figure out that Bigger ones will do something and smaller ones will do something. Don't always draw them the same same size, because if you do that, none will look closer, none will look further, unless that's what you want. If you want that cool effect, that's completely fine. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to draw 4 more. I'm going to do them real quick. Even draw them on this line. Something special will happen there. Something interesting will happen. You'll have more than one line that travels through the middle of the square. Sometimes you can put it right on the line, and you don't even have to draw that line up there. And then you don't even have to draw those lines across. You can just draw this line over here, this line over here. So you've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to do 2 more. Let's see. Let's put one big, gigantic one over here, and it's going to overlap on some, and that's okay. And then we're going to join up that line, and this, and this. And while it can look very confusing, it also has a weird, cool effect right now, doesn't it? So we're going to draw one more square. Let's make this one gigantic. Let's be brave. Let's draw over all those. It's going off the page. It's going over all those. And then we're going to draw one line to connect, one line to connect. And if you remember, if you're having troubles, go back to ghosting the line, and then, all right. Very simple exercise, right? Not very fun, I understand. So we're gonna make it interesting. All right, so from here, we're gonna draw a point and another point. So this is how we always start it off. We trace the line and we draw a line. And from there, we're going to draw a point on it. Let's put it somewhere else. And this is how we can have fun with this. You can draw a square, but instead of making the line straight, you can curve it. All right? And then you can try and curve it the same way you did before. You can still trace and then curve it. And then still trace and curve it. Still trace and curve it. All right? And I'm not going to do this 10 more times because I'm going to explain some other ways you can make it fun. You can even draw a square and then just do squiggly line, squiggly line, squiggly line, squiggly line. Looks cool, doesn't it? And then we can even do, let's say, a circle. Circles are a little bit different, but if you feel like challenging yourself, circle, all you do is find 2 points, and then you just draw a line like this. You can do that too. With a triangle, it's even simpler. You only have to draw 3 lines. 1, 2, 3. And I'm drawing without tracing because I have confidence. I know where the 2 points will meet up. You can do lots of variations as well. If you've drawn your 10 boxes, 10 squares, 4 lines, and you want to make it interesting, you can draw a square inside that mates up with those lines. Or, if you really want to have some fun, big square over here. And then you can just, add 2 circles on top, draw another circle inside, color those in, maybe add a circle inside, and then you just draw this shape, and then just add some curves to this, and then some legs, and we have a fun little caterpillar. So please do have fun with this. You can even, I'm short on time, but I'll try, draw a little figure inside this square with lines going to the middle. Okay, so find ways to have fun with this exercise. Don't do it the same every day. Practice new different things, but you got to do this exercise at least once a day along with the other exercise, the cube sphere, and your skills will improve massively. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.